At my own wedding, in front of hundreds of guests, my parents gave my brother a check for $700,000 and handed me a single $100 bill. Everyone laughed, including my new husband. They didn't know that was the day I stopped being their daughter and became their punishment. Growing up, my parents made one thing painfully clear. I was the backup child. Everything was about my older brother, Daniel. His grades, his future, his company shares, his everything. When I won awards, they called them cute. When Daniel passed an exam, they threw parties. My mother once said to me, "You're lucky to have a brother like Daniel. He'll take care of you someday." That's when I learned I wasn't their daughter. I was a dependent they tolerated. Still, I tried. I graduated with honors in business, started my own marketing firm, and worked day and night to prove I could stand on my own. But on my wedding day, all that effort died in one cruel, unforgettable moment. It was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. The hall was beautiful, chandeliers, soft music, white roses everywhere. My husband and I had saved every penny ourselves. Then came the moment when my parents took the microphone. My father smiled proudly. "We're so grateful to be here today," he said, placing a hand on Daniel's shoulder. "And of course, we have a special gift for both of our children." First, they handed Daniel an envelope. He opened it. A check. $700,000. The guests gasped and clapped. My brother grinned, showing it off like a trophy. Then my mom turned to me and said, "And for our sweet daughter," she pulled out a single crisp $100 bill. Everyone laughed. Even Daniel smirked and whispered, "Guess you're still the lucky one, huh?" My husband's face turned red. I wanted the ground to swallow me. But I smiled, quietly folded the bill, and slipped it into my dress pocket. I didn't cry that day, but something in me changed forever. After the wedding, I cut contact. No calls, no messages. I vanished. I poured every ounce of humiliation into work. My marketing firm exploded in success, not overnight, but steadily, powerfully. 3 years later, I had offices in 2 cities, a loyal team, and contracts with companies twice the size of my father's. And guess whose company started losing clients? Daniel's, the one funded with my parents' money. I didn't sabotage them. I didn't have to. Their arrogance did it for me. One afternoon, I received an email from a potential client, a luxury brand looking to rebrand. The company name made my stomach twist. It was my father's firm. They didn't recognize the new name of my agency, so I accepted the meeting. When they walked in and saw me sitting at the head of the table, my father went pale. Daniel looked like he'd seen a ghost. "You're the owner?" my dad stammered. I smiled. "Yes, and the woman who's about to decide whether to save your company or not." They begged for the contract, but I rejected the proposal. Politely, coldly. That was the first time I saw fear in their eyes. Over the next year, their firm spiraled. Suppliers left, clients walked, investors fled. Meanwhile, I quietly bought their debts through a third party. I owned pieces of their failure without them even realizing it. When their assets went to auction, I was there. And when Daniel's beloved penthouse went up for sale, the one he bragged about at my wedding, I bought it under my company's name. 3 weeks later, I moved in. Months later, my parents called. They asked to meet as a family. I agreed. They looked smaller somehow, broken. My father spoke first. "We've lost everything. Daniel, He's struggling. We need your help. I listened. Calm. Silent. Then I took out that same $100 bill. The one from my wedding day. Still folded, still crisp. I placed it on the table. There, I said. My contribution. No one spoke. My mother's eyes filled with tears. Daniel clenched his fists. I stood up, looked at them one last time, and said softly, "You gave me this when you thought it was all I was worth. Now you can see exactly what you're worth to me." Then I walked away. For good. 2 years later, their company dissolved completely. Daniel works for a mid-level firm now. My parents live in a rented house. No more mansions, no more charity galas. Every year, I still get a card from my mother. She writes, "We're proud of you. Please come home." But I don't reply. Because sometimes the best revenge is silence. They taught me that love can be conditional. I taught them that respect can be earned or lost forever.